video we are going to discuss a small topic, a topic relating to the internal audit. What is the meaning of internal audit? Where it is given? The meaning of internal audit has been given according to the standards on internal auditing as follows. It is an independent management function that involves continuous and critical appraisal of functioning of entity and giving suggestions for improvements to add value to the overall governance mechanism. It is a small definition given in the standards on internal auditing, right? And going to our main topic, to whom internal audit is applicable, which companies needs to appoint internal auditor, right? That portion is relating in section 138. In section 138 of the Companies Act, applicability of internal auditor has been given. Applicability of internal auditor is as follows. For every listed company, internal auditor is applicable. For every unlisted public company, they have to see the following criteria, and for a private company we have to see the following criteria. What is the criteria for applicability of internal audit for unlisted public companies? That is, we will remember as a shortcut double PBT. Double PBT means double PBT. Double PBT in the sense, double means deposits, P means paid up share capital, B means borrowings, loans, T means turnover. Double PBT means it's doubling, right? If you see deposit is 25 crores, greater than or equal to 25 crores, paid up share capital is 50 crores, it is doubling, 2x, and borrowings or loans is 100 crores, 50 into 2, turnover is 200 crores, 100 into 2, right? Whereas applicability of the private companies become only the last 2 points, that is BT, double PBT, BT only applicable to the private companies. If it is a private company, we have to see the borrowings or the turnover in order to see whether the internal audit is applicable to that particular private company or not. We should remember one point. In the case of the borrowing, that is the borrowings or loans, it is exceeding 100 crores, right? That point should be remembered. And if you see the deposits, that is at any time during the preceding financial year, and also the borrowings or loans from the banks or public financial institutions is at any time, means even in the middle of the year, preceding year, the borrowing has exceeded the limit or the deposit has exceeded limit, but at the end of the year the deposits limit has not exceeded, even though the internal audit is applicable to that particular company. Whereas in case of paid up share capital and borrowings or loans from banks, paid up share capital and turnover, it is during the preceding financial year. During means we have to check as at the last date of the financial balance sheet date, right? Who can be internal auditor? Internal auditor can be CA, whether in practice or not, cost accountant, or any other professional body decided by the board to act to the function as an internal auditor, right? He may be employee, he may not be employee. Internal audit, one more thing, internal audit can be a body corporate, whereas statutory auditor cannot be a body corporate, right? And coming to our next topic, the responsibilities of internal auditor. What is the responsibilities of internal auditor? There are 5 points in responsibilities of internal auditor. Whenever if you come across internal auditor, you just write 1 point: internal control system, right? Maintenance of internal control system and procedures, examination of internal control system and procedures, whatever. The main point, the first point, if you come to the internal audit, is internal control system. It is the first point. And second point is reporting to the management, right? There are 2 points relating to reporting to the management. What are the responsibilities? 2 points. First, the unusual facts, circumstances in the entity should be brought and noticed to the management. And the second point is appraisal of policies and procedures, and in there any deficiencies are there, that thing need to be brought to the notice of management and corrective action shall be taken, right? Those are the 2 points relating to the management. And next 2 points, the responsibilities relating to the independence, right? What are the 2 points? Work with independent. Internal auditor should work with independently to the management, and he should operate independently of accounting staff, right? Those 2 points relating to the independence. There are 5 points relating to the responsibilities of internal auditor. What are the 5 points? The first point is ICS, and the second 2 points relating to the management notice, and last 2 points relating to the independence, right? And coming to our next question, the scope of internal auditor. What is the scope of internal auditor? Internal audit work. The auditor, if the internal auditor has been appointed by the company, he should work, he should review the following things. For that, we will remember a shortcut, namely ICS CDS OR GO, right? ICS CDS OR GO. We will see what is ICS CDS OR GO. As I already said, whenever the internal audit work is there, we should remember internal control system. The internal auditor should review the internal control system and procedures whether they are operating effectively and efficiently or not. And secondly, we are going to the CDS part. CDS part, CDS. C means compliance, D means data, S means safeguarding of assets. Compliance. Compliance of what? The internal auditor should review whether the entity is in complying the policies, procedures, regulations, laws of government, or it has framed by itself. That is complying on that. That work auditor should review. And coming to next point, D, that is data. Data. The internal auditor should also review the system of collecting data, whether it is a monetary data or non-monetary data, whether it is a financial data or non-financial data. That data collection and what the data will do, the entity will collect the data, right? And the data will be sent to the management. Whether the information sent to the management is reliable or accurate or not, that function internal auditor should do. That should be the scope of internal auditor. And coming to next, CDS, it is safeguarding of assets. Internal auditor should also review the safeguarding of assets. That is whether the custodianship of the assets are there, like physical assets, under whose custodianship those assets are there, whether that is reliable or not. The internal auditor should check. And coming to the next, OR, that is organization structure. Organization structure means top level, middle level, lower level. The internal auditor should review the organization structure. Whether that organization structure is in congruence with the objectives of the entity, that thing the internal auditor should check. That is the scope. And coming to next, OR. OR means resource utilization. Whether the entity has using the resources effectively and efficiently or not. That thing internal auditor should review. That is the scope. And coming to next, the GO. That is goals and objectives. Whether the entity is in accomplishing the desired goals and objectives or not. That is the scope of internal audit, right? What is the scope of internal audit? Internal audit work: ICS, CDS, or GO. ICS means internal control system, CDS means compliance, data, safeguarding of assets, O means organization structure, R means resources, GO means goals and objectives, right? And coming to our next question, the areas to be covered in the internal audit plan, right? This is everyone can write, general sense we can write, but some points are like what is the nature and timing extent of audit procedures, right? What is the materiality level, verification of assets and liabilities, engagement terms and conditions. Like that we can write this question. If you ask, you can write on your own. And going to our next question, appraisal of organization structure by internal auditor. This has been already be seen in the scope of internal audit work, right? That is the point OR, organization structure. This is very expected question in our November 2020 attempt. We'll see. As already it is the scope of internal audit work. Internal auditor should examine, while appraising the organization structure, the internal auditor has to examine the following things. What are the following things? Internal auditor should examine the 5 points. What are the 5 points? Organization chart he should examine, grouping pattern, overlapping responsibilities, unity of command, and managerial development. What is that? We will examine. We will see one by one. Organization chart. The internal auditor should review, examine, ensure whatever the words verify. We should write. The internal auditor should examine the organization chart such that the organization chart is very simple and economical, and no function of one officer enjoys undue influence over others. That organization chart, it should be like that. The internal auditor should examine that part while verifying the appraisal of organization structure. Coming to our second point. What is the second point? Grouping pattern. See, for every individual or manager having some responsibilities or authority, right? That responsibility or authority is in harmony with a grouping pattern in a particular organization structure or not. That point internal auditor has to examine. And coming to the third point, what internal auditor has to examine? The overlapping responsibilities. For example, the responsibilities of headquarters and the responsibilities of operating units manager are overlapping. Then there is no need to give responsibility. The responsibility should not overlap. That point the internal auditor should examine. Unity of command and span. For example, what is the span? What is the span? What is meaning of unity of command? Unity of command means each person reports to one superior. For example, if I am there, I need to report to 3 or more superiors, then my work will not be that much good. Then the organization structure in such a way that only one person shall report to one superior, so that the work will be efficient, effective. And the span, for example, in under my control, then there are more number of employees working, right? In that case also, the internal audit should verify the span of each employee, means how many members are beyond that superior level. There should be some limit. If there are more, that cannot be feasible to the organization or entity, right? And coming to our next point is managerial development. Evaluate the process of managerial development in the organization structure. These 5 points we should see for internal audit appraisal. And coming to our next topic, relation between internal auditor and external auditor. Internal auditor, external auditor relation. What is the role and objective? We'll see the three basic differences. Role and objective. Role and objective of internal auditor is given by the management and those charged with governance. But whereas the external auditor, that is statutory auditor, is given by the act or statutes. Independence. Internal auditor is independent, but he is somewhat not independent as compared to the external auditor. Whereas external auditor is independent for his expression of opinion on the financial statements, right? Sole responsibility. Even though external auditor uses the work of internal auditor, who is solely responsible for that expression of opinion in the financial statement? That is external auditor is solely responsible for the expression of opinion in the financial statement. That is the relationship between the internal auditor and external auditor. We can write standards on auditing 610 also here. And coming to our next topic, the main important topic, elements of internal audit report. There are elements of report are there, but this is important topic. Like our 700, we have the format, right? Independent audit report. Same like standards on internal auditing. Also, they are according to standard of internal auditing 4. They have some format. Title is there, address is there, report distribution list is there, period of coverage report, opening paragraph, objective paragraph, scope paragraph, executive summary paragraph, observation paragraph, action taken paragraph. So many paragraphs are there. We'll discuss one by one, right? And coming to the first, title. Title is appropriate title based on the nature of the report should be given. Addressee, appropriately, it should be appropriately addressed to the addressee. Report distribution list, the recipients of the list, for example, the management, those charged with governments or any other governments, that authorities, that recipients list should be given. And period of coverage report, under what period the internal audit is covered. For example, April to May, April to June, quarterly or monthly or annually. Opening paragraph. The opening paragraph of internal audit report according to SA should identify the systems, processes, procedures, controls under which the audit is going to happen. The responsibilities of management. What is the responsibility of management? Whose responsibility is there to maintain the system, to control the processes? Is the responsibility of the management. That point should be stated in the opening paragraph. And also the responsibilities of internal auditor should be also stated in the opening paragraph. Objectives paragraph. What is the main objective of the audit, internal audit being conducted? That thing should be stated in that paragraph. Scope paragraph. Coming to scope paragraph, the scope should be in congruence, that is similar to the, it should be conducted in according to the generally accepted auditing principles or practices in India. The internal audit plan should be planned and performed in such a way that there is a reasonable assurance that the systems, policies and controls operate effectively and efficient manner. Right? And also in scope paragraph, we have to lay down the following points. Internal auditor should be done on test basis. Internal auditor will be done on test basis. Internal audit will check the operating effectiveness of internal controls, accounting principles and accounting estimates. Assessment will be done by the internal auditor. Entity-wide risk management and governance framework will be checked by the internal auditor. This is the scope paragraph we should write in the scope paragraph. And one more point is engagement background and internal audit methodology. What is the methodology that is internal auditor is used in the audit? That should be mentioned in that scope paragraph. And coming to the next paragraph, executive summary paragraph. What is executive summary paragraph? Highlights of findings. What are the findings, highlighted findings that should be mentioned? And key issues. What are the key issues, like our key audit matters as per 701 we should mention here. Observations, significant control, failures, weaknesses of systems. These are the highlights, just a glance of whatever the internal audit findings, that thing need to be reported here. And coming to our next paragraph, that is the observation of, this is the main report paragraph. In this paragraph, we will write the process name. In this process name, this particular significant observation has been identified and this particular findings has been found, and the analysis of the findings and significant observations and comments of internal auditor. These things, this is the main paragraph one by one. This is the process name, this is the second process name, this is the identify significant lapses are there. These are my comments, right? In this observation paragraph, the internal auditor should report. And coming to our comments from local management, after cognizance of the internal auditor's comments in the previous paragraph, the local management should also comment on the comments of the internal auditor and observations, right? And coming to these comments of comments from local management, there is also one paragraph should be incorporated, that is management action plan. What is the management action plan? See, internal auditor has found some observations, right? For that observations, management has to take corrective decisions. For that, management has to incorporate in the comments say to the internal auditor, and he has to incorporate in the report, that is TPR, time frame for action, till what time you will take to rectify the issue. P, person responsible, which person you are assigning to that particular lapse. Resources requirement, what are the resources required for that rectification of that mistake, right? Internal auditor, in this paragraph, internal auditor suggestions to mitigate the risk, improve the controls should be also made in this particular paragraph. And next paragraph is action taken paragraph. If you have anyone has done in the audit, internal audit in big fours or average medium firms, you can see while going to the audit, the first thing we need to do is previous month complaints. What is the previous month complaints? Status of complaints with person's previous audit report. Whether the previous we have given previous audit report, right, internal audit report. In that points we have stated some points or lapses, right? Whether that accountant or has done that rectified or not. First thing we have to check. If rectified, we have to tick rectified. And next, whether the accounting has not rectified, we have to make it as pending. And while at the end of the audit, we should see the revised timelines. What up to what time we will take to rectify that particular previous month complaints, and which person you are assigning. Those things needs to be reported in action taken paragraph. This paragraph is like follow paragraph. And coming to our last, that is very common, SPD, that is a signature, place, and date, right? And coming to our last topic, essential features of audit report. What are the essential features of audit report? We have some small shortcut for that. OCA-CS star FC draft final report. What is OCA-CS star FC draft final report? O means objectivity, C means clarity, A means accuracy, C means conciseness, S means summary, S means supporting information, T means timeliness, A means auditee's views, R means readability, R means recommendations, F means findings and conclusions, C means constructiveness, D means draft final report. Right? What is objectivity? The internal audit report should be unbiased. Clarity, the language should be simple, clear, and understandable. Accuracy, the point should be accurate to the point. And conciseness, important information should not be omitted. Summary, you know what is the summary of information to be given, as we have discussed in our executive summary paragraph. Supporting information, if anything auditor has been mentioned in the report, for that evidence should be there, that is supporting information. Timeliness, that is timeliness we know. Auditive views, what are the comments of the management, that is auditive views. Readability, readers interest, the report should be in such a way that the readers should attract for that report, you should frame the report in such a way, that is readability. Recommendations, improvements, potential improvements, what are the, for example, if our internal audit has found some issue, the internal auditor should not only report to that particular issue, it should also give some potential improvements to rectify that issue. Findings and conclusions, what are the findings and conclusions? Constructiveness, it should not be destructive criticism, should be avoided. Draft, before filing any report, the internal auditor should frame a draft report, and it will help in better presentation of the final report. Final report, discussion with the management and the signing of the final report. Right? This question has been asked recently, but in old syllabus, but in new syllabus, there is a chance in our identity it might come. Right? And coming to our last topic, there is only one topic we have left. It's standards on internal auditing. At present there are 18 standards of internal auditing. SIA, like our standards on auditing, SIA, there are SIA, 18 SIAs are there. We may expect an MCQ like this SIA is relating to which topic. For that, we are just remembering the only 18 SIAs with some shortcut techniques. SIA 1, planning and internal audit, that is SIA we can easily remember. SIA 2, basic principles governing internal audit, that can also be easily remembered. SIA 3, what is 3? If you know SA 230, documentation. SIA 3 is documentation, right? Like that we can remember. 4, we already discussed in our elements of audit report, internal audit report, that is SIA 4 is related to the reporting. 5, if you remember 5 can be written as S, that is sampling. 6, analytical procedure, that thing you have to remember. 6, analytical procedures. 7, quality assurance of internal audit. Quality assurance, like if you remember 7, one person will come to your mind, that is Dhoni means quality, that like that you remember quality assurance. 8, terms of internal audit engagement. The engagement is there. Engagement, there are 2 letters of G looks like 8, that is 8, engagement. SI 8 is engagement. Communication with management, communication, if you remember there is a TV9 channel, news reporting channel, TV9 communication. 10, internal audit evidence, if you remember SS 500 is audit evidence, 500, 10, 0, we can remember that like that. And consideration of frauds in internal audit. That is AS11, you can remember, foreign. There is no correlation between foreign and fraud, just AS11, foreign frauds. SA11 means fraud, consideration of fraud in internal audit. 12, internal control evaluation, that thing we have to remember. 13, 13 means haunt. If you remember the number 13, there is only one thing will come, that is haunted number, that is ghost number, like that. That is haunted number means risk will be there, entity risk management. 14, there is a simple shortcut, like 14 times you have to revise ITSM in IPCC to clear the IPCC. That way 14 ITSM, internal audit in IT environment and IT environment. 15, knowledge of entity and its environment. If you remember SA 315, it is understanding the entity and its environment, right? Like that we can remember 315. 15, 3 you remove, 15. 16, 6, only one 6 is there. 620, 620 means expert, using the work of experts, like that you can remember. 17, consideration of laws and regulations in internal audit. 17, 7, if you write ulta, it will look as L, laws and regulations. 18, related parties, AS18 is the related parties. Like that you can remember this following 18 SAs. There is a chance that ICA may ask in MCQ, right? This is the topic, small topic. Thank you very much.